Hi, what is the Johari window model? The Johari window model is a simple and useful tool for illustrating and improving self-awareness and mutual understanding between individuals within a group. So, for example, you work in a department. So you are the individual and the team is a group. So this model can also be used to assess and improve group relationship with other groups. This model is particularly useful in team development. So you see, when a new person joins a company, that new person has little knowledge about that team. So this is where you want to including this new member into the team. There's a process for it. So it wasn't invented by me, right? It is devised by American psychologists Joseph Louf and Harry Ingram in 1955 while researching group dynamics at the University of California, Los Angeles. The model was first published in the Proceedings of the Western Training Laboratory in Group Development by UCLA, which is UCLA Extension Office in 1955. 1955. That was like 10 years after the World War II, right? It was later expanded by Joseph Luff. Today, the Johari window model is especially relevant due to the modern emphasis on the influence of soft skills. Yeah, soft skill. You see, a person who are very good in IT is a person who are very good in hard skill. But without soft skill, that person cannot gel in the team. It cannot work in a team because of lack of the soft skill. Or maybe the whole IT team is lack of the soft skill. They are all good in hard skill. They're very good in writing their Python code, Excel code, Excel VBA code, but the lack of the soft skill. So how does that will give them a disadvantage when they come to work? Behavior, empathy, cooperations, intergroup development, interpersonal development. So you say if you hear the complaints like um I don't feel like working in the company, what they really is saying is that I don't feel like working in that team. Maybe in that sort of sense that yeah, it is really the company. Most most often than not is that it is that the team that they work with. So they need to develop this. So the Johari window concept is particularly helpful in understanding employees and employer relationship within the psychological contract. Oh, there's something called psychology contract. We'll explore that. Over the years, alternative terminology has been developed and adapted by different people, particularly leading to different description of the four regions, hence the use of different terms in this explanation. So the Johari window model diagrams will show you in a short while, but let's just stick. So why do you ever think of why is that called Johari? Is that a person named called Johari? Yeah, I do think that, right? The parent is not. She looked at Ingram called their Johari window model because Johari is after combining their first name Joe and Harry. Joe, Harry, Joe, Har. In early publication, the word appears as Johari. So the Johari window soon become a widely used model for understanding and training self-awareness, personal development, improving communications, interpersonal relationships, group dynamics, team development, and intergroup relationship. So you see that we need some tools to improve communication. We just not just say that the person need to improve their communication. I mean everyone can say that, and I say or maybe it's like I need to train myself. But how do you train self-awareness? Yeah, I want to understand myself more. But how? You need some tools, and Johari window model is a perfect tool. It's so widely used. So how is Johari window used? This model is also referred to as the disclosure model of self-awareness, and by some people as information processing tools. So the Johari window actually represents information. Yeah, this information is not what the Excel integration talk about, like string, text, numbers. It's more about human, the feelings. I feel that somebody is like that. Or a person bringing an experience, a team also have a different experience and views on the certain issues and attitudes. I don't like your attitude. Yeah, I don't like that hired new team member attitude. Or maybe the new team member says, I don't like that manager. So that's is about the view, attitude, feeling, stuff of feeling, skills, soft skills, intentions, motivations, routine about a person in relation to their groups. From Fall's perspective, which I described below. The model can also be used to represent the same information from a group in relation to other groups. So when you heard if there was self, so you can just ignore this at the moment. On the four Johari windows, respective are called regions or areas or quadrants. So each of these regions contains and represents information, feelings, motivations, etc. Know about persons. So I feel that person is helpful. I feel the person is very selfish. So that is the kind of information. Now the thing is that whether that information is known or unknown by the person, whether the information is known or not known by others in the groups, the four regions in the model are outlined below. So what are the four regions of a Johari window? So what is that about? It said what is known by the persons about himself or herself is also known by others. So for example, that if you say that I am very competent and you write it on your LinkedIn, then your team member will know that, oh yeah, now you know that it's competence. And give some example. So you see that whatever you write on LinkedIn, it is something that you know yourself. And now, because you write on LinkedIn, it's public, so people will know that also. And the second thing is that the second area is called blind area. This is something that you are known by the person, but others know. Okay, so for example, that you don't see yourself as confidence, but For others, they feel like you are so confident, so daring, but the person itself is blinded. They cannot see this area. Or maybe another example is like the our a famous guy called number V. Okay. Uh, yeah, maybe he feels like no, I think that one not suitable. So I would just say another unknown by the person. So, but other people know. So you gotta think about what is it. So the only way to know is that you only know that you don't know is that when other tell you that you actually good at this, you know. Yeah. So it's just like I reflect back my experiences. Like when I joined my first company, PDS for World, I start talking, and then people say, uh, oh, and then people say that, you can be a trainer, yeah, you can be a trainer, or somehow, yeah. So that is something that I unknown to me when I first joined the company. I'm just a graduate, I'm fresh graduate, but I was assigned a job, an opportunity, so called. So I presented in front of the bosses, in front of what Cellcom, JPJ, police, yeah. I forgot which Manila I go to. So the thing is that from that point, the team members notice that, but I'm not noticed that. I'm just saying, I'm just talk, and they say. Now that is called a blind spot, yeah. So it could be something positive, it could be something negative. So the next one is that what the person knows about him or himself that others do not know. Aha. This is a secret. So something that you don't tell others. Since it's a secret, I won't tell you, right? And others wouldn't know, so I wouldn't tell you. So I can't tell you. But I can give an example. Maybe a person say he's scared a cockroach. But others don't tell. But others don't know until the cockroach appear in front of the person, and that the person just jump out, and then now that it becomes an open area, because now the person knows that he's a fear cockroach, and before that nobody knows because it's just Junie joined the company, right? But until a cockroach appear on the cubicle and the person jump, it goes to the open area. Aha. Okay, now we know that, this uh newly IT gig, right? Sphere cockroach. Yeah. Yeah. So that is an example, right? Not me, yeah. So the fourth one is that what is unknown by the person about himself, and also unknown by others. Something that I don't know, you don't know, nobody knows. Nobody knows. No, I don't know, others don't know. So it's like I don't know I can lead, and the team also don't know that I can lead. So these are the unknown area. Unknown. So this person just joined the company. He's like, what? I mean, 20 years old. I don't know I can lead. The team just joined. They are 40 years old, 30 years old. They see this person. This person can lead? No. I don't think they can lead. And they don't even. So they unknown. You unknown. So unknown. So these are the four areas. So how does it looks like? It's really just a four window, and it could be. Let's say I just draw it in the paper. No, I mean I draw it in here. Oops, right here. So just draw a window, right? So now the size of the window may not be the same, yeah. So it could be the open area. So when you first join a company, the the first window is called the open area. Okay, and then you have let's just draw another one. Okay, so then you also have relatively unknown, because you just joined a company, so this is the unknown area. Unknown and unknown. Okay, you don't know, I don't know. So I say the leadership, and then you also have another, which is the things that I know. It could be relatively like this here, or maybe you really saying that you know a lot of things that you don't know, that you know, but others don't know. Yeah, like I say the cockroach. Okay, cockroach. I don't mind, it's cockroach, right? I don't respect. And then there are blind spots that you can only discover that the blind spot is where it will be also relatively very easy, is that because they don't know you, so these are blind spot. So this is the things that when when you just join, right? So the person says that, you know, mm, man. Okay, so when the first person just join into a team, this is what happened. Ah, okay, so this is a joy. So the persons that don't know about this person, what is this about, right? So it's like there's a lot of question marks there. So I don't know, they don't know, they also don't know, I also don't know you. So you see that. So this is the structure when the first team person just joined. So within the next 30 days or 60 days, this will become very critical, because if the open area cannot be improved, or the person are not open, then remains there. And but at the same time that now, um, as the time goes, after 60 days or maybe 30 days, the problem is that we see people, the team start to realize that, this person, yeah, the blind spot, because the team already discover, if it's a good one, then of course it's good. The thing is that person is not telling you. Now, if it's a negative, then it will cause that this person to, instead of closer to them, it can go further and further and out of the sight, right? So you see, and the known and unknowns area will not be discovered more. So, and of course, people are not interested in you, then you're not interested in them also. So it can't grow. This is not a good one. So this is when the more negative news are there, right? So maybe we'll just use this color, maybe this lah. Okay, so the bird says like, always go down, man. Okay, so let's continue the explanation. You see that we just explore that is what is known by the person, that's called open area. So let's look at here. So this is the standard, the open area, the blind area, the hidden area, the unknown area. Although it's there, right, but you can see that it says that 4 panes can be changed in size to reflect the relative proportion in each type of knowledge about the person in a given group. Okay, in the new groups of team, the open free space for is small. Now you can see that because why? Because the share of awareness is relatively small. So that's why you need to do some ice breaking, right? Ice break sessions, um, such as like first day, you the team belanja there makan, but then the person makan, that kind of things. Well, the ways, the goal is to enhance the to increase this. See that in your first day itself, right? Since you don't know, so in order to um what do you call that? Yeah, food. Food is a very good things to talk about. Yeah, food. Let's just put there. Food. For the drink. For the drink. Okay, let's just put it here. Okay, so for the food, so let's say so the team belanja the background or the company have the culture that then the goal is that get to know the persons like what is the it's not like interview like what's your mother name, what's your father name, what's your friend name. So because some of the things that you know but you don't want to let them know yet, right? So like what's your girlfriend name, right? That kind of questions is you know but you don't want them to know yet. So I just want to know, right? So in the first day itself, you don't talk about that, right? So maybe you can go about like, um, oh, you like chicken, ah, then it increase a bit. Oh, you like you went to travel, yeah? You travel to Malacca, yeah? Oh, cool, cool. Ah, um, or maybe some news, right? Where do you stay? I think that can be improved. I see that improve. So during the lunch break or maybe a picnic break, that is good. So that is not gossip, okay? Because you just want to know a bit more about the person. Um, Another way you can do is that go to LinkedIn and search for the person. So the open areas is now increased. Now, when the open area improve, right, then the trust between these persons and both of these will get better. So just stay here. See that? Now you can see inside. Just now they couldn't even can fit inside the room, right? Now that's the thing. So okay, so let's get back here. So now we have a share awareness. So first day, second day, do belanja makan, right? This is good, right? And so as the team member become better established and known, so the size of the open areas will increase. So which I explained to you. So region 1 is also known as the area of free activities. This is a region about a person. So from there, you can see the behavior, such as a person go to the, do they excited, feeling, are they happy, with the team, create their things, emotions, knowledge, experience, skills, view. Wow, these are all known, right? So from the lunch break, right, you will understand this more. See? So when I do training in the last 2 weeks, right, after that particular trainings, I have a lunch with the just the first two of the participants, right? Because the rest are go for puasa. So I just get to know them, and they just get to know me. So I listen what they talk. I talk because they already know something I talk about as a trainer. I always explain what is that. Then I get to know the persons a little bit more, and that builds a good connections. Um, and that helps me in my training also. After the training, I find that I can help the participant better, and I didn't know why is that happen. But until I read Johari window this morning, then I was like, that's what happened. So another thing that yeah, one of the participants is also by the name Michael. Um, so in the it can be also applied in the training, right? Is that uh my open area is so small. My open area is so small, and my participants don't know about me. But after I open myself first, okay, I open myself first. Okay, let's just say here. This is another one. This is for the trainers and participants. Yeah, so let's just put that 1 day or so versus participants. You can also use it in a trainer's environment side. So you see everything is connected, right? So now let's say so as I open my talk about it constructively, after I think it's like, oh, the second day training. So people know about me more, and then and I asked a few questions, and some are more open. So one of them explained to me that they he actually is a master. I was like, oh, okay, these are the areas that I don't know. Okay, I don't know about the persons, and but they know. So if they want to tell me more, then it'll be lesser. As it's lesser, the open area will now bigger. So your goal is to increase the open area, but not everything, right? If the person disclose to you, then it's good, right? If the person don't, then no, cannot. But oh, I know why. I don't know why. I know that the Michael is a master because the whole master degree, because the person choose to disclose it in LinkedIn. So that's why I know it. And some people don't want to put it there, and this is purely discussions, right? So if the person know about you more, then the open area will be much bigger, and that is what we talk about here. So let's continue here, right? So now I know the knowledge of the person, because that the larger the open area, something that is can be shared safely, right? So your knowledge level, your experience, these things are disclosed in the LinkedIn if you choose to, and that will also talk about your skills. You see that, and you might not disclose too much on this thing here yet, okay? But this one helps a lot. So the end is any group should always be develop the open area for every person. Ah, develop the open area of every person's. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So that is the goal. See, that is the goal. Because when we work in this area with others, we are at the most effective, right? Notice that it's most effective and most productive. See that? So now see, because that I know the person is a master, and he has this thing, I know that, okay, and then later on realize that and he says that this whole participants are whole group of people are masters, like, okay, so then I know that I can teach them, or I can share the Excel knowledge at a different level. uh, I can challenge them because they are master. They like to um, they like to explore some problem by themselves, and I'm just a facilitator because they are not beginner. So I challenge them, and they like it, and they enjoy. Now, if I spoon split them, then I got a problem because they are master, right? Okay, so because of that, my training is very effective and productive. They like it. They give me all 4 star, 5 star. But if I don't know this, I cannot create effective training. Now you tell me that is the Excel trainer is just limited to um, give Excel knowledge? If that is the case, watch YouTube lah. The open area, free area, can be seen as a space where good communication and cooperations occur. Yeah, this is where the communication and cooperation occur, free from distraction, mistrust. So you see that um, After I show them some of the video, I trying to reduce the trust, no, increase the trust, reduce the mistrust, confusion, conflict, misunderstanding. So I show them my YouTube channels and so on, and my training model also expand that. So the participants need to connect with you. How? Well, they look at your training manual and it's like, oh, that's you. Oh, this is you. Oh, this is Ken Lau. Oh, you're LinkedIn. Then they go to LinkedIn and search and say, oh, this Ken Lau is like that one. Oh, now they know, right? Because I choose to open to my participant, my future participant, more open than that. So that's why they can know me more. Instead of when I first joined company, my open area is so small. I don't have a LinkedIn, I don't have Facebook, I was like so small. So people don't know who is this fella, right? Except the HR. The HR don't tell them. HR also just HR. HR is like at that time maybe they think of they're just doing payroll. They are doing payroll. That's all, right? So which most HR also think like that also, right? Um, but things change now, right? HR have a bigger role. They will improve because HR function is to keep. It's not just hire and then the next month is that the person leave the company. No, HR has more critical role there. So keep retain your talents. You spend so much time to hire the persons, explain, write the letters and all this, and then the next month they say, "Oh, sorry, bye bye. I don't feel like uh, working with this team." And then you say, "You just waste my time." But the thing is that the truth is that we don't understand this open area. Now, neither do I understand this, right? Until this morning, I come across Johari. So that is when you can reduce the conflict, the misunderstanding, then there's effective and productivity are there. So established team members logically tend to have a larger open area. See? A larger open area. And new team members. New team members start with relatively small. So because relatively little knowledge about the new is shared. So it's just like when I first go enter the training room, the first 5 minutes, this is the case. They don't know about me. Yeah, they don't know about me. They don't want to ask any questions. But I tell them on LinkedIn, this is I'm a YouTuber, and then like, okay, this is a different person. Let's go and see how. And then look. Okay. So I know this is a big person, right? So that is the way I communicate to them first. So marketing, branding is all about increase your open area. Yeah. So be open-minded is also about open area, right? Open-minded, share what you can share uh, publicly, right? Yeah. The size of open area can be expanded horizontally into the blind space by seeking it actively. Now, this is the thing that I don't know. I really ask my participants. Only my participant tells me that whether I'm good or I'm bad, right? I don't know, right? Every training is so different. So this process is called feedback solicitor change. Other group members can help a team member expand their open areas by offering feedback sensitively, of course. So often feedback is a weakness I have now. I recognize it, so we got to learn more about this. There is a course you can learn more. And oh, by the way, this article is taken from here, Business Balls. Yeah, so you can copy this and you got this. So I didn't create this thing here. So and then the other things you can do is that you can go to eLatte HRD Corp Joey.my and you can find tons of this knowledge that you can learn from. You say they will have no opinion. If a company have no opinion, no opportunity for you, not create opportunity for you to learn to train, then you can go here and then see. Just type in feedback. Let's say just feedback. Let's see. you have anything here. Oh, feedback don't have. Uh, then you go to YouTube now, right? So maybe coaching can. Right, coaching is also learning about how to give feedback. Right, it can. It's just that one of the items is there. Actually, you want to develop how to coaching. Okay, so let's come back to here. So, so the willingness to share the knowledge and your ideas will help you to increase the open area. You see the open area. So you see why is it the YouTubers are so famous like number V or maybe Uncle Ubi Gendang? Because of this open area. Before that, no one knows who is Guan Qiheng. Who is that? So open area, no. But as he share more and more popularly, right? And now people knows this. And the feedback on the Facebook tells Uncle Ubi Gendang that you are really helpful, right? Maybe Uncle at that point says that I'm just doing some job, right? I'm just doing some mission. He don't see that he's very helpful, but the feedback from the public says that he's very helpful. Now you can see that here. This is the community. Community is a group of people, right? Not just in company, but it is everything is connected. You can just remember that. Okay, now other group member can help a team member expand their open area by offering feedback. So that's what it means, right? Helping it. And the size of open can also be expanded vertical downward into the hidden avoided space by the person disclosing our information and feelings about this. So you can see that as I maybe as I as I as the team know me more about it, I will tell them more about what I know but they don't know, right? So for example, I would talk about I also know about XRVBA, I also know about this day, and then now what I know and they don't know is now decreasing because it's increasing. Then the open area will be higher. And you see that? Nah, this is the one, right? So then they know that, oh, this is canal. So now we have a more space in this open area and the lesser than this side. So the unknown and unknown area, not sure yet, right? So let's just continue studying this. So the group members can help a person expand their open area into the hidden area by asking the person about him. By what? By asking. Yes, that's right. By asking. The managers and the team leaders can play an important role in facilitators. So you see the manager and the team leader. So you say that if you see a manager and team leader are sitting at the cubicle or the desk doing nothing, right? Maybe not. But you gotta ask, right? And the manager, what's the role of manager? So one of the things is that to facilitate feedback and discuss. One of the jobs that manager need to do, or maybe say choose to do, because you choose to be a manager, right? Nobody force you to be a manager. You can choose not to be, but you choose to be. So since you choose to be, then you need to choose to follow the new tasks, facilitate feedback, and discuss and build a good relationship with your new team member. Since you choose the team member to be in your team, as a manager, you then has the responsibility to give feedbacks indirectly about the blind spot. So it could be in a positive. Always start with positive, and there's also a sandwiches feedback format. So you put some positive one, then you in the middle you put some negative one or something that you feel that the person need to improve, and then ending with another positive feedback, right? So think about that too. So leaders also have a big responsibility to promote a culture. Now we talk about the head of the company, right? Such as the Grab founder. Now they need to promote a culture, especially open, honest, positive, helpful. So when the Grab founder Anthony Tan share on LinkedIn, uh, what does it help? How does it help the organization? Well, it it tells the team that he's open, he's positive, and how do he demonstrate he's helpful, and how does it takes the feedback from the members constructively by looking at Anthony Tan's right. Don't believe me, right? Just go here and then you check this out here and just type it. If it's it right here, okay. So okay, first of all, you look at this picture. Is it helpful? Yeah, and then do you think that the company is not making more money? And then look at that, Grab turned 9 today, and you will have this. How do we stay on mission? Now, see, it has explained on you that staying and get to know. Aha, this is even better. See that? Now this is open, and so you can see the video by itself. Yeah. So we grab bad sometimes, and how he looks. You see, all these explain uh the leaders, whether it's honest, positive, open. Right? I'm sure it's open, right? In fact, it tells you something that people are unknown yet. So that's the encouraging of open, positive developments. Now people wants to work in this kind of company, and that is why that building an app is just the first thing. I mean, many people build apps, but they can't build a Grab. Why is that so? Because leadership makes a lot of difference. The blind side, the blind south, blind area. This is the area that what is known about a person by others in the group, but it's unknown by the person himself. So, like I told you that I don't know that I in the beginning, 20 years ago, I do know that I can train, I can present, but my team member, my manager says that you can, right? You can talk, you can well talk, okay. So that is the area. So then from there, my blind spot is now reducing. So my blind spots from here, from bigger one, is now reducing it. Okay. Why is it reducing? It's because that it actually push this bigger. So therefore, it's not reducing, it's to here. So yeah, I should say it like this, right? It should be like this. Okay, so now as we reduce the blind spot, the open area will be increased. As we as we reduce it, it will increase the open area. So the blind areas is not an effective and productive space for individuals. Okay, the blind areas or the groups. The blind areas could also be referred to as ignorance about oneself. Okay, so it's ignorance. So maybe some trainers will have a blind barriers like they speak over speaking and then until 6 o'clock. But the training should be end at 5. But he's so helpful. He's always speak until 6 or 6:50, 6:30, and then the people all look at the watch and then it's like they still continue to speak, right? Continue to share. Yes, I know he right to share, but the thing is that everyone has their own schedule. But you see, that is the blind spot. And this happens to me in my early days of training. I don't for I don't adhere to the timing. So I thought I'm very sharing. I like to share. I like share, right? The thing is that that is the things that I unknown. But now the participant knows that this person don't have timing. So that is the blind spot. Yeah. But now I keep my timing. Now I reduce my time, my blind spot. Okay, a blind areas could also be so you see that it will be counter effective, right? If it's then it become not effective because once over 5 o'clock, the mind already set. We will learn until 5 o'clock. After that, I got to go to do something. My participants at this mindset. Even you teach more, it doesn't effective anymore. Okay, so we gotta adhere to the timing. So it happens. It applies to trainings. It applies to many. It's time management. A blind area could also include issues that others are deliberately withhold from the person. So, but do you think my participant tells me at that point of 10 years ago or maybe 5 years ago, they just say, oh, good, very good, right? So these are very difficult. If the new team continue to keep this as a high, so the group members and the manager need to take this responsibility to help the individuals to reduce the blind spot. In turn, increase the open rate by giving scientific and encouraging disclosure. So you encourage, but you're not forceful, right? You tell me, right? Tell me no. The leaders should promote a climate for non-judgmental feedback. This is the hardest. Non-judgmental feedback, which is also an area that I'm working on. Non-judgmental feedback. And a group response to individual disclosure, which reduce fear, right? Because a judgmental feedback will increase fear. A non-judgmental feedback reduce fear, and therefore encourage both process to happen. Yeah, if a person is so fearful, I want to tell you more, right? I don't tell you more. So a person feel fear. So the extent to which an individual seek feedback and the issue on which feedback is sought must always be at the individual own discretion. Some people are more resilient than others. Care needs to be taken. The process of soliciting serious and deep feedback relates to the process of self-actualization, described in Maslow's hierarchy of needs, development, and motivation. Well, Johari window model quadrant 3, the hidden self, hidden area. What is known by the person, but is unknown by the other person. Right? Remember the cockroach? Now the cockroach is the thing that the person are so fearful of a cockroach, but he don't want to tell anyone, and he just pray every day in the world, go to work, there's no cockroaches, until one day a cockroach jump up on the cubicle and the person shout, ah! Now everyone knows about that, right? So now, that's the hidden self, right? The feelings. So he's so fearful of the cockroach that the person and don't want to reveal, don't want to let people knows about it, don't want. So these are very sensitive, the hidden agenda. No. There are also some military intentions, like these kind of things. Yeah. So maybe. So you got to be honest to yourself. Um, but if you're honest, then you have a good relationship. If you are not honest, you always try to talk bad about others, then people eventually will come to know it. Okay, it's natural for very personal and private features to be remain same. So it's okay, right? You don't tell people IC number every single, right? That's not about that being open. You don't need to tell that unless it's required by the law. Like Hasha, you need to paying the monies to that. Right? The bank account, you don't need to tell others. Yeah, you don't need to. And you don't need to help people how many girlfriends you have, how many wife you have. You don't need to tell that. No, that is a private information because it's not related to work, not related to work. But as time goes, you might develop into this. Or maybe you want to tell people that I'm actually very good in badminton. Yeah, okay. So this is the for then you get to know the Facebook account, this one, and you can become friends. Yeah. So some of them should remain hidden. Yeah. However, typically a lot of hidden information is not very personal. It is work of performance related. So it's better position in the open area. So for example, I can tell that I did a training for this company and that company that is work related, performance related. So I can disclose that. You can also talk about that you got an award, you got achievement for this company from the past experience company, or in your university you are a vice president, or maybe you just recently win awards. Well, you share it on LinkedIn. You can tell your team you're not bragging. If you say, "I see, I'm so good," no, it's your attitude. If you share it, you say that, well, let me show you. I can share how I achieved this one, so that the team can win this together next time, right? Now that is together we excel before 50. That mindset is very welcome in any team. Yeah, any team. So relevant hidden information should be moved into opens relevant. Yeah, the key is relevant should move into that under process disclosure. However, it's really self-disclosure by willingness. By telling others how we feel and other information about ourselves, we reduce the hidden areas and increase that, which enable better understanding, cooperation, trust. Um, I there is one lady called Michelle Tan. Okay, so I just got to know this person yesterday. Yes, there's notice. Yes, I'm the girls in the address, right? I mean, if you look at this, it's nothing, but the way he write this thing are very cool. Now it's job related, and he explained a lot. You can watch it just about that more. So that will reduce the hidden area, increase the open area, it enable better understanding, cooperation, trust, team working, effectiveness, and productivity. It enable better understanding of how this person think about it. Okay, you see, how we think. I think there is one article is become viral about this also, and reducing hidden areas also reduce the potential confusion, misunderstanding, poor. So yeah, that's it. So reducing the hidden areas. Yeah. So organization culture and work atmosphere have a major influence on group members' preference to disclose their hidden self. Most people fear judgment and vulnerability. So if you look at if you work uh under the leadership of the great founder Anthony, then you don't really fear that. Yeah, you won't hold back the hidden informations um that much. So I mean, you can just disclose, oh, yeah, I like to play badminton. I hate cockroach, or I hate mouse. Yeah, so that kind of things. So that kind of hidden feeling, not that bad, right? Or maybe I just don't like people are late to work. So yeah, you can check about it, right? Or I say I don't like to work in the office, but I will do I would like to work from home. So that kind of thing. So be open. That is related to work. So again, it's your choice. Uh, so but people don't like to share on the LinkedIn because of judgmental, right? Now, but LinkedIn, because it's more professional, so uh, we tend to be less judgmental, no judgmental, in fact. So it's all more about positive. So yeah, that will improve the awareness, enable better individual performance. Now, definitely will improve better into individual performance because that if you take a look here, that another things that I can talk about is that now on the Facebook, uh, okay, yeah, like this one here. Um, so if I got a notice that the 9 people are liking this guy, right? So would you think that it will improve my performance? Yes, the answer is yes. So the like has its usage itself, and if it's liked by 160 hashtag in my past post, right, then I tend to give more because that is how to improve my performance and how anyone Every human needs a like in their life. You say, I don't need other people to like me. You are just lying to yourself. And that is your hidden area. Yeah, you do want to tell others, but you know what? That is the area that is your blind spot. You think other people don't know, but it's actually you don't know, or you think you know. No, no, you think you don't know. No, no, no. You don't know, but other people knows that you're just being what is it? Fake. Yeah. You just say, I don't need other people like my post. I don't care how people like or not, right? So that is your blind spot. But your team member knows that you actually like it a lot. Yeah. So admit it and then just be yourself. This is how what it means. Be yourself. And then your blind spot will be lesser. Okay. So that will enhance your understanding. The extent to which an experience disclose personal feeling information is your must always be at the individual own discretion, right? The individual own discretion. As we feedback, some people are more resilient than blah 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 blah. Okay, the fourth quadrant, unknown self, the area of unknown activity. Region 4 contains information, feelings, latent ability, right? What is latent? Don't really know that. Let's just look at that here. Oh, maybe I use a translate to my Chinese. Oh, okay. Hidden ability. So it means hidden potential, right? Potential ability. So cool. Uh, Potential hidden abilities aptitude. Again, I don't know. So let's just go here translate. Oh, it's like a skill. Okay. So aptitude is French. Oh, cool. So you can see that a lot of things here again. So experience is experience that are unknown to the person and unknown to the person. This unknown issue takes a variety of form. Now, these are the area that I also unknown, right? They can be feeling, behavior, attitude, capability, aptitude, which can be quite close to the surface, which can be positive and useful, or they can be deeper aspect of personality, influencing his behavior to various degree. So these are something that's deeper. You know, the iceberg, yeah, something hidden below it, right? You don't know, I don't know, they don't know. So until a coach tells you, oh, okay, maybe they didn't know. Large unknown area would typically be expected in young people, okay, and the people who lack experience and self-belief. So everyone have that beginning, right? So 20 years ago, graduate, I have no experience, no job experience, so self-belief also very, I mean, it's very low. I mean, started. So as some unknown factors are as follow. Unknown factors, right? Why is that so? And it's relevant and common. An ability that is an ability that's underestimated. So it could be that I underestimate that I have a leadership ability. So it could be that I underestimate that I am a YouTuber. So that is unknown. So and or the natural ability or aptitude that a person does not realize they possess. So like last year, I think beginning of this year, I do a training and I spotted a person who are able to train. Why? Because after she learned something, she go back to the company and train another three team member to do the same, and thereby save 10 hours per week. And I say you can train, but the person is still not aware of that, and or maybe not believing that she can train. That is until maybe more people will do that. So that is her blind spot, which I discovered that she can. If she were willing to accept it, then her blind spot would be lesser and the open area would be bigger. And he's just continue to train, right? So I wish her best. The naturally the opportunity that a person does not realize they possess. So a fear or aversion that a person does not know they have. Okay, a fear that does not know have, right? And unknown illnesses, right? So some people have unknown illnesses, brain tumor lah, this people lah, cancer lah, all these things, right? Um, so that kind of things. Repressed subconscious feeling. So this is very unknown, right? I also don't know much about my subconscious feeling. So many conditioned behavior, attitude from childhood. The childhood tells you a lot of this thing here. So the processes by which the information and knowledge can be uncovered are various. There are many ways to uncover all these things. They can be promoted through self-discovery, observation by others. So these are two ways. So you sit there. So that's why meditation, reflections is self-discovery. Or in certain situations through collective and mutual discovery. So collective. So one of the things you can use, right, is that you can actually do some research on YouTube. I just got to know one of them is here. So you can see that these Johari windows can be many people explain it. So follow that. Counseling can also counseling, coaching, all this can, right? But this would be known to the person by one another rather than by a group. So that is I think this is one way to help a person to know about themselves. So it's in other way, if it's counseling, then the idea is to move this lesser, and the person will get to know this more, and then whether the person want to open this as an open area, this is your choice. But the thing is that through counseling, this will be lesser, and thereby this one will be lesser, so the person know about itself. So this is a better explanation of what Sun Tzu say, right? 知己知彼, right? It means know yourself and know your enemy. Okay, know yourself. Well, know yourself will be here, but your enemy is hidden. Is here. You don't know that. So if you know yourself and know your enemy, then you can win it. Okay, every single time. It's always winning yourself first. So whether unknown discovered knowledge move into the hidden blind, or it depends on who discovered it and what they do with the knowledge. Multiple whether it is then given as feedback as or disclosure. As a process of soliciting feedback and disclosure, trying to discover information and feeling in the room is related to the process of self-actualization. Again, as with disclosure and soliciting feedbacks, the process of self-discovery is a sensitive one. Sensitive, huh? The extent of depth to which an individual is able to seek out, discover their unknown feeling must always be at the individual's own discretion. So a coach cannot say, "You must tell me." No. A coach say, "Would you be okay to share this, that?" So if they say no, then okay. Uncover hidden talents. This is like are known not to be confused with developing the Johari hidden area. Oh, this is confused, yeah. So I am also confused. It's another aspect of developing the unknown area. Confused with developing the area, uncovering hidden area. It's not so simple as unknown feeling. Okay, so to uncovering the hidden talents, then you need to provide the people with the opportunity to try new things. So how do I know that that I can train? Many years ago, that the manager sent me to, I say, oh, I can sell things, I can do a marketing. Is that they put me into a expo right, to explain the e-government project to the public. I was like, what? A programmer do this? I was like, it's a new thing, but the manager said, go and do it. Okay, okay, I do. So yeah, I just go there and then explain like this, point to that, and say. So from there, I developed. I unconsciously I developing the unawareness. Right, I'm aware that I'm actually teaching people how to use the e-government project portal, and mm, for with no great pressure to succeed is often a useful way to discover. Okay, so that's the uncover hidden talents. Right? No great pressure to succeed. So, my manager did say, you must be very good at explaining the things. Yeah, you just put me there just to like a man, man holding the place there, just like a yeah. You just try explain this day and then that's all. So that is what it is. It's often a useful way to discover unknown ability. So that is a good example, right? So managers and leaders can help by creating an environment that encourages self-discovery and promote the process of self-discovery, constructive, objective, and feedback among team members. Create a culture, climate, and expression for self-discovery helps people to fulfill more of their potential and thereby to achieve more and contribute more to organization. Note there are no errors. You could also include repress and suppress about the useful case and so on. So that is the one. So yeah, that's it. There are more things that you can write. Thanks for watching. I hope that this gives you a good understanding about Johari Windows and certainly help me. Thanks. God bless you. God bless Asia. Together we excel before 50.